Okay, so Mercy, turn 54. We've run into one wizard so far. Right. Mr. Tzlock. His army strength, of course, is a lot better than ours at the moment. Let's see. Towns at the moment, too, which is there. Oh, he's only got one more town than us. We're up to 4, he's at 5. That's good. It's not too bad. Okay, so, again, very early in the game still. Main issue is the high elves is the slow population growth, because that's elves. And what is he? These guys are barbarians. He conquered that one. He is actually high men, which are normal growth, right? Kind of a problem. That's where he is. But he's got this side of the continent to himself, which is... Let's see. He's got a decent amount of space to work with. This is the southern end of the map, so this is just going to be all tundra there, which sucks. You can hit this spell up here. Yes. Nature books. We get Earth Lore. I'm just going to see what's over here for you. How much room he has to expand into. We've managed to cut off him, expanding this way, which is good. Unless he wants to, colonize some tundra, which he's more than welcome to. This is Clacon City we conquered. These are our colonies here. Okay, so Rocketville, our capital. 2 more turns until Spearmen are out. Shrine for 7. Granary 31. Unrest. Oh, is that we have the swordsman coming over, hopefully? Not this turn, obviously. There's our Clacon engineers building roads between the towns. This we want to see. Here. So he has a little bit of room to expand over there, it looks like. Maybe up here. Although, probably not. That's a coastline there, coastline here, so this probably goes up to just up here and that'll be done, more than likely. I'm feeling like wasting mana, we could see. Neutral city? Oh, there's neutral cities. Nomads there. Clacon's here, but they've got a full garrison. And there's stuff up here. So we got high elves there. More high elves up there. We should reunite with our brethren. Yeah, I don't really care about stuff over here. It's too far. Nomads again, I don't really care about that too much. More concerned about this side of the continent. Anyway, Bada, thank you very much for the resub for 57 months. Twitch Prime. So, let me get your rockets recognition real quick. All 57 of them, right? 57. And Bada, thank you very much for the continued support. Happy Monday. There's your rockets of recognition. Keep in mind, each of the rolling rockets represent 10 regular rockets of recognition. Why? Because Twitch has a limitation in how many characters you can have in one message here on Twitch. And each one of those emotes eats up so many characters. So that's the way we do it. That's the way it is. Anyway, happy Monday to everybody, and thank you for watching. So don't turn there. Let's move down to 50. Need more money, need more food. Let's see. So we have a temple or a shrine. Four units on garrison. This should be at 0. The unrest should be at 0. but it's not. I don't know why. They changed the system for whatever reason. They changed the system, and it makes no sense. Because this is our capital. It's got a garrison to protect them. There's no reason why it should be so high. See, these guys were the garrison. That's the problem. Top 1 is 0. That's what counts. The 0% tells you how high it would be without garrisons and stuff. Actually, it would be higher than that. If you can get a free farmer, they make 2 food, right? Or more. I think they only make 2. Actually, no. Your farmers feed your population -1 food is needed to sustain each citizen. Each surplus food is 2 gold. Every farmer adds half of the production point. Oh, that's not food. Only farmers producing surplus food can become workers. Stuff. So, food production is 2 per farmer. It's 2 per farmer. Problem is we have too many troops out there. And if I move all these guys out, this is going to jump up to 40% probably. And we'll pick up at least 1 rebel. Watch. It's at 20 now. Oh, it just picked up a rebel. So again, capital city act. It stays at 20, but we pick up a rebel. And we have a shrine in the city. So actually, it should be 2 rebels. If we didn't have a shrine, it'd be 2. But it doesn't. It just takes away. These guys are just taking away the rebel. They're not lowering the unrest at all, which is messed up because that's not the way it's supposed to work. That's not the way it used to work. 2 Trevor's back in, don't lose the rebel. The percentage doesn't really matter. It's warning. I understand that, but still, it's still messed up. Takes into account global unrest as well as any other modifications. Unrest generates rebels. Unrest is modified by the tax rate, which is normal. Racial tensions. This is our capital. Persistent enchantments and garrison units. But the garrison units are not being a factor in the actual unrest. So that's wrong. That's wrong. Because the old system was for every garrison unit, it would reduce the unrest by 5%. Now it's just they just remove the rebel. So I don't understand. I don't understand the change. What's the need behind it? It's like a good idea. The number of rebels is the problem. Keep them down for production. I know that's the point. But see, in the old system, what it was is as the unrest went up, if it goes up high enough and it stays up high enough, you generate rebels, right? And that takes away your workers. However, the way you controlled it was through religious buildings and garrisons. The thing is the garrisons really aren't doing anything anymore. I mean, they make the rebel go away, but it doesn't actually reduce the unrest, just making the rebel go away. And again, the unrest doesn't. This new system, it doesn't make any sense in perspective of what it used to be, because it was really straightforward before. You build your shrines, take the negative 10% from the unrest, and then supplement with garrisons, to get that unrest down to 0% or 10% or lower. That's usually was the goal. And now it's, if you have everything under control, the best you can hope for is unrest of 10%. So what's this percentage actually do? Taking out the percent of unrest is mostly the same thing. Old Master Magicist was 2 troopers, 1 rebel. It was, well, it depends. It warns you? It warns me or what? Because this is 40% to rebels. But the problem with this city is they're Clackons, so I expect that rebels to be an issue here because Clackons and elves don't like each other. This is another elf city. We've got a rebel here. Despite we have garrison, sort of. And I believe we have a shrine. No shrine here yet. So the shrine will get rid of this rebel. But again, the unrest is unaffected. What's it warning me of? Move off. Number of rebels is what counts. You need to temperature shrines. One. It's not always true, though. Because here we have, see, 2 troopers. If we move these out, it's going to jump up to more rebels because, again, Clackons. And I don't want to really... Well, I guess we can move them off. So it jumps up to 3. But the thing is, if I add 2 more, will it actually reduce the rebellion anymore? Probably not. And the problem with that, too, is the food production. You know, you're basically paying food to get rid of unrest. Only looked at the top one. Those are your workers, not the percentage. Top one. This is the rebels. These are coming out. These are taken away from your workers, which affects your food and your productions stuff. This is your unrest. No, this is not based on the actual. This number is not directly connected to this number. There are religious buildings to lower unrest, which we don't have in the city currently. That's what we're building. Yes, the shrine is going to remove one of those rebels. It doesn't lower the unrest, it just removes the rebel. So it's very possible when the shrine gets built, the unrest is going to stay at 40%, but the rebels will go down to 2. 40% of 7 equals 2.8. Of what, the population? %20 of 3 is 1. 20% of 8 is 0. Because we have garrison here. So again, it's still... But those numbers aren't... It's goofy. It's a goofy system. I like the old system better. The old system wasn't as convoluted. This is very icky. I don't like it. It's plain and simple. I prefer the old system. It's easier to manage. It's easier to understand. In all honesty, the old system is easier to understand. Was there an option for this? I don't remember seeing one. Old Master Match is all I can know. I agree. So, leveling up. And yeah, Ashenwood, you're going to be building houses for a while. See, this is at 20% unrest. Why? You got a swordsman. I don't understand. Add a trooper here, lose the rebel. I'd have to get somebody over from here first. Those are grumpy. You need 2 troopers per rebel. They're not grumpy. Not grumpy. Everybody's all messed up because they won't pick right around. Okay, so this is just going to bring it down to 2. There's that. Still at 40% though. Summon creatures don't count. No, they don't count as garrisons. Summon creatures don't count. And undead creatures don't even count either. Because they're considered basically summoned creatures. It's fantastic units is actually what they are. Summoned and undead and whatever, they're all considered fantastic units and don't count towards garrisons. Yeah, that's the way it's always been, though. Because if you go death, you can just totally mass produce zombies and stuff, for free. Once you get zombie mastery, you get basically zombies all over the place. Just throw them in your cities as for garrison. It's like, that's kind of cheating. But, yeah. But again, it doesn't work, so it doesn't matter. Our problem right now is we don't have that. Housing. Beat the shrine, get rid of those rebels, and then we'll put them into something else here. Not defeat zombies, nope. Basically, undead units you do not pay for at all. No food, no money. Some of them, if you're summoned units, though, they eat up mana. But the low-level ones like zombies and skeletons don't, or zombies from Zombie Mastery, they don't, they're free. They feed all by themselves, yes they do. Shrine in 3. Greenery in 27. Save up our money there. Housing, we're up to 1,100 already. She found us, Ariel. Got some extra mana. Let's do some scouting through magic. Or scouting with magic. There she is up here. Shit. Shit. So that's where she is. So she's stronger army than either one of us. Towns. So still at 4 or 5, she's at 6. So at least we're close still. With money to attract heroes, and I love trading spells with them. Says, yeah, the problem is you can't trade spells with them if you don't have the same spell books. And Ariel doesn't have this. She's life, so she doesn't have the same spell books as me. And Tlot, he is nature and death, but he's got very few nature spells, nothing for me. He's actually technically death and nature. He's more death than nature. Save our money. So, 1 rebel gone. Need more food. You guys are at 1,500 population. We gotta wait till it gets 2 grand so we get the extra worker to play around. Oh, actually, we have extra food here. Yes, that's why we want the extra worker, so we can produce faster, slightly. You'd always take 2 of each, hoping to find more books and notes. Oh, but death, because you couldn't have both life and death. Yes, you can. Then take Node Master and not get spells blocked by node towers. But you're hampering yourself by only taking 2 books and hoping you find stuff in the nodes. That's wishful thinking. It's very wishful thinking. Marketplace in 3. Yeah, I'm looking to find 1 or 2 books throughout the whole game. The only way I usually get books is by beating up on the other wizards, because you get 1 of their spell books after you defeat them. Now again, not back then. Powerful nodes option gave 4 books. Oh, no, yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible to find them. It's just very rare. Granary in 7. How about now? We go for the granary, then we go for the shrine. Although, let's see, I'm going to put a spear in here just in case. We'll see what the construction or the build time difference between the shrine and the spear is. We got changed terrain. I was happy. They have a different name for it now. I think it's the same. Pretty sure it's the same name. I think all the spells have the same names. More food. Solid 7. There are new spells with the DLC that came out. Cyborg magic stuff, there's new spells for that. But I think everything else is pretty close to the same. Maybe tweaked here and there a little bit, but for the most part it's the same. A ripple of magic tears through the wizardry towers, and the wizards feel their mirrors shake and blacken for a time. All sources of magical power income will be shorted out until the ripple passes. Choices. Make sacrifices, right? Blood magic stuff. I don't want to. How long is this going to last? 15 turns of no mana. 15 turns. But our cities are still growing. That's the important part. As long as I don't cast any magic, I'll be fine. As long as we don't get into fights that require magic, I'll be fine. So basically, I'm in trouble. No, we're okay. Okay, so farmer's market for the food. Or should I reverse that? 10 turns. Let's get the settlers out. We need to expand. 5 turns there. 1 turn there. And you guys are 2,000. We got extra food production in the city, so we got on that worker. Builders Hall, population increase, and opening up other buildings. So 12 turns on that. Get to work. Give me a swamp here. The sawmill out for production, because we don't need the rebel reduction now, because we're okay for now. Same deal. Settlers 8. Settlers 7. Sawmill 4. Still have a settler rebel problem. We need to get 2 more these guys out, but that's 2 more food that we don't currently. Well, we could. But yeah. Need to build fortification out in the wild. No. No, the only fortifications are around the cities themselves. You get a stone wall, but there's spells that can do sort of the same things as the stone walls, but different. Like there's if you're chaos, you can do a wall of fire around your city, and anything that passes through it takes damage. I think sorcery gets a spell for the walls that basically stops all missiles from coming through. I think that's what it does. I forget what anybody else gets. I think death gets something too, similar to the wall of fire. Flying Castle, I think, is a wall for sorcery. I don't remember all the different walls out there. And nature gets you can make stone walls by casting a spell. See, wall of stone takes 1 turn. I should probably do that. Look at everybody leveling up. So, swordsman. Engineer leveled up. Insta-wall. Oh, that's a nice little animation. I wasn't expecting that. Death gets shadowed walls? Yeah, and I don't remember exactly what they do. It's similar to the firewall, though, right? Or is it protection from missiles? I don't remember. There's spells I don't use that often, or have ever really used. Sawmill in 2. Is it ever a good idea to just say no to incompatible races? Is it ever a good idea to just say no? It's sure you can do it. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. Range right? Yeah, I mean, well, I haven't used that wall in a while. Yes, you lose fame when you raise cities. So if it's early in the game, who cares? Because you don't really have a lot of fame in the beginning anyway. Mid game, it can be an issue if you're doing a lot of raising, because losing fame is usually not a good idea, because it affects your attraction of heroes and mercenary units, that kind of stuff. But other than that, you can raise. My plan right now is to conquer the city and raise it so we can put a better elven city up here. So I don't care how much fame it's going to cost me. I'm just going to do it anyway. Losing all control as riots erupt, but maybe it would be just too large a growth cut if you don't early on. Well, it depends. Like High Elves and Clackons. This is a Clackon city. Clackons and Elves don't get along. And it's okay. I mean, Rebels are kind of an issue, but we should have it under control here within a turn or a couple of turns. Once these Spearmen are built, the Rebels should go away. Fingers crossed. But the unrest is going to stay up there for a while. So, not much you can do about it. But they're still... But the reason I have the Clackons in the first place because I want their engineers to build the roads, because Elves don't get engineers. So But that's the only reason to keep the Clackons around. Their units aren't as good as the Elves, typically. But they grow fast. Oh, no, they don't. They're at -10, too. Or they're at -10. Elves are at -20. I didn't think the bugs were that bad. Modifications, so they get +1 to resistance, +2 to armor. All land units are ×2 to production cost. But if your capital is a Clackon, unrest in Clackon cities is reduced by 20%. Racial unit, stag unit. So the production, though, the production is 3 per population. So their production is worth it. But what are you going to produce? Gold. if anything, all you're really going to produce out of them is gold. That's physical economic growth, you know. In Mu, yeah, it's the same race basically, but in Master of Orion's generally the same idea. These guys are. I honestly thought they were faster growth, but they actually have a penalty, which I don't remember. But it's only -10. It's not huge. It's still manageable. They're not bad. It's just they're very limited as far as what they can produce. Like they don't produce any magic users, right? Cannot build Sages Guild, shipyards, or temples. So no Sages Guild means no Mithril, no Adamantine. No so they get shrines, so no temples, so no spellcasters. No healers. And I don't think they get wizards or anything, right? They get halberds. Yeah, see, they're kind of light on the units. The lizards are fast growing, I believe. I think they got like +10, +20, somewhere on there. But they're also in the same boat as the Clackons, where they don't get to use the good metals. And I think they only get shaman. I don't think they get anything above shaman. They don't get any magic user or wizard type. Frogs, the rasp. No, there's no frogs. It's only lizardmen. The water walkers. Yes, the dragon turtles and the water walking is a huge thing early on. Basically, with lizardmen is you use them to expand as fast as you can, conquer other races that are better than lizardmen. That's basically the goal with lizardmen, is swarm somebody's neutral city for a better race and move on with your life. But the dragon turtles aren't bad. Javeliners are okay. Yeah, it's a quick start race. The different races have different methods to do things. Like orcs are okay. Barbarians are playing out Zerg race because they don't get water walking or anything like that, but they think they have a bonus to their offense. I think a little bit. They have some good low level offensive based units that are pretty effective, but they're basically a swarm race, the barbarians. So okay, they have thrown axes. Do they? Do all the barbarians have it, or is it only certain ones? Thrown attack is good though. Well, that's their thing. Yeah, I don't think they all have it. Let's get these guys out now. No, shamans don't. Yes, the barbarians have like squat for armor. They're squishy. They are squishy. If they don't kill you, you will probably kill them. Okay, settlers, where are we sending you? Not that way. So looking for green spots. Oh, look, we got some gold. Got a river. 31 max population, 18% bonus to production for there. 31.15, so 31.18 is better. The gold no matter what. So it's only the gold in this area, right? Oh, that's right, that gold's out of... This gold and silver is out of reach of Rocketville. So we could build up here to tap into both of those. Forest, no hills though, right? 2, yeah, no. Oh, wait a minute, you get a hill right there. But then we're out of range of the silver. If we want the silver, which means mithril, later on, it's not a good spot. 23 and 3. Lose out on the hill. Oh, wait, that's the river. That's the hill. How badly do I want the silver? So elves are too good for roads then, or just too good to build them? Too good to build them. Isn't there more land? Yeah, there's more land up here. But we have a competitor up there. And I'm just looking anyway. I haven't decided where I'm going to build yet. I'm still looking. Get mammoths for extra food and money. So we could build there. 31.15. Mammoths. 13.12. I think there's another land hex just beside that spot to get silver. Wait, this one? Yes, I know that one's there. There's silver and gold right there. I don't think there's anything else here. That there's one more land hex. What, here? Based on what? Plus you're on the coast to make ships too. Yeah, there. But who says I want ships? You're making an assumption that I actually want ships. This is a very large land mass, so ships not so necessary. Wow, she's just moving that way too. We actually do need to get up here. But I don't see any metal here. There's gold. No idea what's over here. It's mostly coastline, right? There's going to be coastline probably going up to this area. Nothing special. Kairu. I'm gonna have to raise Kairu to the ground and then build a city actually in here. Because there's actually is silver here that we can take advantage of. And gold. We have to raise that city first, which requires an actual army that we don't have. So I don't know. But I also want to get built up here to stop her from coming in. So. There's coal.
Mask engaged.
No. Mask off.
Mask disengaged.
Yes, there's silver there. Yeah, the thing is, it's like I said, I want to raise this city, Clacons, and then we want to build an elven city right in this area, take advantage of the silver and the gold that's right here, so we can build here. Question is where? We can still build a city up here and still have room once we raise this, though. So the question is, where in here do we want to build? -18, 26 and 21, 25 and 21, 28 and 50. Build here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can still be able to build over there. Okay, so then we can actually do that. 20 and 12, 20 and 15. Take advantage of the silver from there. But there's no hills in this area, which means no mining guild. We can always make hills though, because we have nature magic. So we're going to go here. Got coal too. And some food, it looks like, right? Yeah, wild games. That'll work. Extra food. I think that'll be a good spot. Is the footprint of cities always 5 wide? They're always this size. Yeah, it's 5 hexes in diameter. And you can only build cities that are, they have to be 4 hexes apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to have 4 hexes between them. Yeah, these are all the same size. This is not as complicated as Civilization as far as controlling your populations and, telling... You can't mix your races, basically. Unlike in Master of Orion, right? Can you mix races in Master of Orion? I think you can. Or can you? No, even that's different. That's a different population system. Can you? Yeah, well, yeah, when I say Master of Orion, I mean Master of Orion too, to be specific, sorry. Yeah, there's no overlapping of city boundaries, no. Pick the no overlap trait. Usually it's 4 or more, not 4 minimum. Well, no, the way it works is each city has a radius of, or a diameter of 5. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 diameter. But the cities themselves have to be at least 4 hexes between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't get any closer than that. Because even if these guys, you can build a nice little, side-by-side thing. I didn't try to do that, but you can, line these up so that you're going, share 3 hexes here and then put another third one up here. You can make nice little hexagons all over the map if you really want to. Take the time and effort to do it, but use that. But anyway, yeah, the cities have to be a minimum of 4 hexes apart from each other. And actually it's the 5th one. It's actually 5. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah. It's either 4 empties or 5 total. Unless you empty a beehive hex grid for city placement, you're going to lose out on some tiles, but who needs to own everything? Kind of. There's more than enough space on a map. I mean, because once you start conquering cities too, you're picking those guys up, or what their resources are or whatever. Bonus tiles, it's these tiles with gold and silver and sometimes tree. Well, see, you got to remember there's certain buildings that you can build in the city that have requirements from the terrain, like forest in order to build a sawmill, and to do a mining guild, you have to have hills or mountains within the borders of the city. So you got to worry about that stuff. And there's also other types of resources too. It's like sometimes there's gems and gold and silver that increases your income. There's coal and iron that helps with production of units and that kind of fun stuff. So there's an option to make them closer with overlapping resources too. Not in this. Unless that's part of the newest update, which I haven't really looked at. In the base game, there's no overlapping. Rocketville seems like it wants to be what? One tile more easterly. It should, but this is my first city, so I didn't get to pick where it was. That's just where you start. Yeah, I know it wants to be over here to pick up the gold and the silver, but it's not going to happen. Used it. Yeah, he had the newest up. Yeah, the newest version of the game that was updated a few months back. They added a bunch of different settings that you can play around with. I'm using basically traditional settings. Raise it? Yeah, I'm going to raise my capital. Keep plunking you there. It's actually not a big deal because we can just build another colony right here and still take advantage of it. It just won't be the best city because it's on the coastline and all that other fun stuff. So, anyway, you guys. Uh-oh. So we're down to one rebel here still. Stupid bugs. He's trespassing. Here, this is how it works. You trespass against them, they get pissed off and threaten war. They trespass against you, and you have to sit back and twiddle your thumbs. Unless, of course, you want to start a war with them. Barbarians. So barbarians. They do have a thrown attack for the spearmen. Bowmen don't have it, though. Oh, he's a warlord, too. That's great. Take over your nodes without war, too. Annoying. I have no complaints. See the color of that node? He cleared this node out for me. I just went sent a spirit in and took it. He didn't complain at all about it. We're not war. No spiffy no, there's no real diplomacy, unfortunately. Diplomacy is kind of pointless in this game because it's all about killing everybody. Oh, Mrs. Gimpy's home. What the hell is in front of me? What is that? Oh. Let's see what she's doing. She's got her scarecrows for Halloween. Okay, we're going to shut off the camera for now. I don't know. Let's keep bringing it through the front door. Anyway, dog cam off for now. Because Mrs. Gimpy's home. We do like that tiles need pop to be exploited. Or maybe buildings. Yeah, the way it would these there's no actual population on the actual hexes here. It's just they're, farmers, workers, or rebels. Rebels don't do anything for you other than cause trouble. Farmers are just producing food and a little bit of production, and workers just do production. Depending on the races, what values you get, though. Like traditional, it's farmers are 2 food, half production, and workers are no food but 2 production, and rebels, of course, 0 to everything. However, high elves do produce power at half a point per population. So for 2 populations, you get 1 point of power out of elves. Only high elves and dark elves produce power from the races. Dark elves are 1 point per population, though. Power is your magical power. You use your power here to determine how much mana you're making per turn, or producing per turn, how much is being put towards research, and how much is working towards your casting skill to make it so that you can cast more stuff during combat or cast overland spells a little bit faster. And research skill, you can actually get libraries and stuff that don't produce power but actual points for research, so you can actually cut back on the power being associated with research to up the other two, or vice versa, and all this other fun stuff. Yes, the rebels still give you power because they're still elves, so they're still producing power. I think that's only fair. Is this where they're supposed to be? This is where they're supposed to be, isn't it? So we get the silver, that. We're building there. It is a lovely spot. Lots of food, lots of timber, some coal. Reduces construction costs of normal units by 10%. Of course, we got the silver over there. We got some extra wild game for the extra food, so we don't have to devote our farmers to being producers instead of farmers. Nice garrison outpost. No, this is going to be a city. If anything, once we get our transmute spell, they're going to be producing some mithril-based units eventually. Just not anytime soon. Okay. Still got to squish that city of Clacons, though. Uh-oh. Clacons or engineers in 4. So 9. Builders are on 4. I should probably buy that. High Elf Bowman rule. They eat spearmen for lunch. They eat a lot of units for lunch. Oh, granary 8. Oh, that's right. We got the extra food, so we get to have our workers, population focus on working. Long ears and bow elves. Yes. Long ears and bow elves. Farmers Market 4 gets us some extra food and more people per turn. That'll get us up to 110 per turn. Nice. You sit on my node? Well, technically it's his node. So if he wants to sit on it, he can sit on it. But technically it's his node, and I took it from him. He just didn't seem to care. He wasn't guarding it, so what are you going to do?
Hey Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, so we got another engineer out here. Go help your friends. Housing? Something more productive, like, I don't know, Forester's Guild or Miners Guild. Okay, so I'm going to get upstairs, get some water. It's time to take a break. Got to talk to Mrs. Gimpy and stuff. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.